Hello everybody, we're here with Alain Luck, our main Swiss team rider. How are you doing, Alain?
Very good. I've been exploring Slovenia for the last few days and now finally arrived at Standout at the beautiful coast of Slovenia.
Slovenian coast, yeah. We're here at our headquarters in Koper, Slovenia, and we had the pleasure of Alain stopping by. We're planning on developing some new products, some interesting projects for the future, for next year, for 2020. And it has been a busy day so far, and testing and creating some new interesting products. And let's check with Alain. How's he doing? What are your plans now for the next season? Which races do you want to take part? What are your plans?
Well, the first big thing is sure going to be the Glogla race.
Yeah.
So it's 3.5 weeks now to that. I just wrote the plan for that. It's going to be really interesting. There's not going to be a real break over Christmas or New Year's Eve. There's not going to be a big party on New Year's Eve, that's for sure.
Going 100%.
But basically then it's going back to training. And the season starts at Easter, which is the first downwind race in France,
Nice.
the Cold Ocean race. And then about 2 weeks after that, the Euro Tour starts. I'm not going to do the first one in Denmark, but I'm going to be at Azure Paddle Games in Namur, and then the Vendée Glisse, and for sure Charboitz and Prague.
Perfect. Busy times.
Yeah, busy times. It's everything always concentrated in those 2 months of May and June, bit of July, and then I'm going to take a break a bit and go back to training for the 11th City Tour, which will be like a really big thing this year for me again.
How do you, when you go and prepare for those races? For example, now if you take the Glagla race, for example. What is for some aspiring new stand-up paddlers, what is your training routine? What do you do? How much do you train per week?
It strongly depends. For me, I usually do 3 phases of training. The first is like really a base endurance training that can be on the water. On the water, I try to do really long times on the water, so I'm trying to not do less than 1.5 hours when I go out, especially in winter when it's cold, and every time you go out,
1.5 hours
of
training.
paddling. Sure. Okay. So every time you go out, basically, it's like the risk that you catch a cold or it's cold and it's not that cool to paddle. So I try to maximize the paddling time in a bit less of paddling sessions.
Okay.
And on the side of that, I go for running. I do cross country skiing. Sometimes, if it's good weather, also on the bike. Or I try to do a lot of sports, move as much as possible. Then the next step is like a bit of threshold training. The trainings get shorter but more intense. So it's moving at not race pace, but a bit under race pace.
So this is when you're getting closer to the race.
Yes, this is between, let's say, when base endurance is like 3 months before a race. Then now we're about 1.5, 2 months before an important race. And then in the last months, this is what the phase that starts now for the Glogla race. I'm doing more and more high interval stuff, like really short and really fast hard work, but in really short sessions.
Yeah, in short sessions. What would you say is the best, if we take out, what is the other best discipline that helps you, sport discipline, that helps you to prepare for a stand-up paddling race? You mentioned cycling, running. These are the 2 main other disciplines that you kind of do in preparations for an SUP race.
I think the most I do is running. But
running.
It's not ideal because running is simple. If you don't have time, it takes you 5 minutes to put on your running gear. You can start at home, and you can squeeze in a workout between, I don't know, over lunch or You really don't need time. You don't need your gear. It's so easy.
Simple.
But the best training you can do probably in winter is cross country skiing.
Cross country skiing, seriously.
Because it's really, it uses the whole body. It's such a good workout for the whole body. Compared to running, you're not only using your legs, but you also use your upper body. Basically, my old coach told me that I do not really have to do like full cross country skiing. I just could go classic double pole and go like full sprint all the time, and this would be a perfect workout for stand-up paddling. But it's not the most fun thing to do. It's nicer to skate.
That's your secret, huh?
But that on the other side is the problem for cross-country skiing. I'm not living in the mountains, so you'd have to drive at least half an hour, 1 hour to go there. You need to prepare your gear. So basically for 1 or 2 cross-country sessions, you need half a day or even a day. So it's a really good training, but you cannot like do it every day.
If you're not living close to the mountains, you're screwed basically.
You just do it like a few times a week and not as the main training.
Let's say that now it's a typical one of your training days in this season. Let's go through what you do from warm up and how like a full training day looks like to you. Every exercise, how do you warm up? What's your routine? How much time does it take you? You mentioned before 1-2 hours, but how do you start your warm up? What kind of exercises do you do?
Typical for like a winter training day would be 1 session on the water and 1 like core strength training. In winter, I'm not doing a lot of warm up outside because it's cold. I try to maybe go on the black roll or stretch a bit before even putting on the gear, and then as soon as I'm going out, I try to get on the water as fast as possible because else you just cool out again. Absolutely. Then basically standard training is like maybe paddling 2 hours or a bit less, like if something between 12 and 16 kilometers. And then as a second session, mostly it's going to be either an easy swim or core strength training, which is I've done at the moment a core strength training that is like a series of intervals, which is 3 times 10 minutes. In those 10 minutes you do 45 seconds of one exercise and 15 seconds just to change the exercise, and then 3 minutes between the blocks. So you basically have 10 exercises, you do 45 seconds each, and that for 3 laps.
God damn it, tough day in the office, huh?
Yeah, this is but the good thing is the core exercises. This is a thing you can do everywhere.
Oh, you mean you can do it at home without?
You could do it at home. You can do it wherever you got a bit of free space.
Free time.
You don't even need gear. You can improvise. You can take.
You can do what,
water
blank
ball,
or some.
It depends a bit on where I am. If I got like gym equipment or not, but the basic things would be crunches, pull-ups, push-ups, asymmetrical push-ups for like weird shoulder positions.
Asymmetrical push-ups.
Yeah, like you have one the pressure on one shoulder. Then wide variety of like different variations of core exercises, planks in every way, or like the exercises that you roll out to the front to stabilize your core. I've got like 10 standard exercises, but then I try to switch them out all the time a bit, so just to get some variation and not adapt too much to an exercise, but really like train the muscles in a different way. Sure, and the body does not only adapt to you don't only get stronger, but the body also adapts to one exercise. So at one point you're just getting better at doing push-ups, but you're not really getting stronger. It's just the body that knows how to do the push-ups more efficiently.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And when you don't want to become like king of push-ups,
Mhm.
you'd have to switch the exercise out so
exactly,
the body gets new like challenges and adapts to them.
Yeah. Do you follow some special diet when you train like that, or?
During training, not really special. I try to eat like as healthy as possible. I try to limit my fat, like let's say garbage fat consumption.
Junk fat, yeah.
I try to not eat like too much. How do you say that? Like fast food meals or like microwave food and stuff like that. I try to eat as healthy in general as possible, but I don't follow a specific diet.
Okay, Alain, thank you very much for stopping by. Yeah.
Thank you for the possibility. It was really cool to see
Absolutely.
how the things are really made here in Slovenia.
Yeah.
It's amazing to see how a small brand like that can really produce at home for a European market and really make it here. It's a really cool thing.
Thank you very much, and yeah, we're looking both to a great season ahead of us. Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, perfect. Until next time, see you later. Bye bye.